She didn't know it yet, but the moment she stepped across that threshold, her life stopped belonging to her. It was just supposed to be a job, some cleaning, some cooking, a place to sleep. But some houses, they don't want to be lived in. They want to be obeyed, watched, remembered. This is not a story about a maid. It's not even a story about a family. It's about a house that hides its truths behind locked doors and quiet smiles, and a girl who had nothing left to lose. Welcome to a place where silence is never empty, rules are meant to trap you, and the walls never forget. You've been invited inside. But whether you leave, that's not up to you anymore. The story starts where she stands at the door of a mansion she cannot believe is real. Her clothes don't match the elegance of the neighborhood. Her shoes are worn. Her past, shoved deep into her pocket like something she's scared to let anyone see. She takes a breath, knocks, and just like that, the game begins. Millie is desperate. She has no family, no home, no future. The job ad read simple: housemaid needed, live-in, room and board provided, no experience necessary. What could go wrong? Just clean, cook, and stay out of the way. It sounded like salvation. But as the towering doors of the Winchester house open and she's welcomed inside, it doesn't feel like rescue. It feels like being watched. At first glance, the home is perfect. Wealth gleams from every corner. White marble floors, glittering chandeliers, a little girl with sad eyes, a husband who seems too calm, a wife who smiles, too wide. There are rules here, unspoken, but heavy. And behind every rule, a consequence you only understand when it's too late. Every night, her bedroom door locks from the outside. Every morning, the walls seem to breathe just a little closer. Tasks pile up. Accusations follow. The mood shifts like a storm waiting to break. And in the silence between footsteps, in the shadows between hallway mirrors, she begins to feel it. Something is wrong. Very wrong. But what do you do when the wrongness is everywhere and nowhere? When the people around you wear masks too carefully carved to crack? When you're told you're imagining things, again and again, until you almost believe it? Still, Millie stays. Because she must. Because sometimes the worst place is still better than the streets. Because even in madness, a roof is a roof. But beneath the surface of this luxurious life lies something darker than she could ever imagine. And the deeper she's pulled in, the harder it is to breathe. What began as a job becomes a maze. And there's no map. No way to tell friend from foe. Only whispers. Only strange smiles. Only a ticking clock. This is not just a house. It's a performance. And she's part of a story that began long before she arrived. A story that doesn't want to let her go. You feel the tension like thread being pulled too tight. Each chapter becomes a hallway with no clear exit. Every conversation feels like a test you didn't know you were taking. The line between safety and danger, between truth and illusion, grows thinner and thinner. And still, you ask yourself, why doesn't she leave? Because some people don't run. Some people watch, learn, wait, and when the moment comes, they do what they must. The Housemaid isn't just a psychological thriller, it's a masterclass in tension. A story that drips fear slowly, page by page. It makes you question what you see, what you hear, what you know. It lures you in gently, then grips your throat when you least expect it. You think it's predictable. It's not. You think you know who's dangerous. You don't. You think you figured it out. You haven't. Because in this house, nothing is what it seems. Not the rooms, not the relationships, not even yourself. So open the door, walk in. But be warned, once you're inside, the house remembers you. And it never lets go. You've heard her story now. Or at least, what she wants you to hear. But be careful. The next time you're in someone's home, listen closely to what's not being said. Some houses don't want to be cleaned. Some stories don't want to be uncovered. And some doors should never be opened. If you're still here, watching in the dark, remember, curiosity is how it always starts. But you can't unread what you now know. Sleep well. If you can.